Hi, how's everyone? I hope that things are going well with all of you. Let me discuss with you some important things about the forecast accuracy standards. But today, we won't discuss all the provisions and formula under the Forecast Accuracy Standards Manual. We will rather focus on the procedures that we have observed and adopted, and will be adopted, in the interim, to implement the provisions of the FAS manual. Let's get started. For over the years now, we've realized that obtaining high accuracy of forecasting results is one of the main conditions for the successful development of renewable energy sources. And you might have found ways to improve the accuracy of forecasting the generation of your solar, run-of-river, or wind power plants, using machines, methods, and different accuracy metrics. Getting high accuracy forecasting also helps you in complying with the rules on FAS, and this is where we would like you to focus your attention for now. For a short overview, here's how we interface with each other, in terms of monitoring, assessment, data validation, and reporting of results. The MAPE and PERC 95 monthly results are published via a monitoring tool called Compliance Post-Evaluation and Monitoring System, or CPEMS. You may download the results as well as the data used in the calculation. This would allow you to examine it, and check if there are data, or intervals that may be excluded pursuant to Section 4.3.1 of the FAS Manual. If there are any, then, you're given adequate time to submit them in a prescribed form, via a Secure File Transfer Protocol Facility, or FTP. The ECHO will then recalculate and come up with the final FAS results. But before we proceed any further, let me just show to you the results of the preliminary FAS results from January to June 2022. As you can see in the chart, you have some catching up to do, especially for PERC 95. Also shown here are the monthly results of MAPE and PERC 95 for 6 months. We are halfway through the annual assessment, which shall be completed by the end of the December 2022 billing period. So, what does this mean? This means that we have a few more months to catch up and improve your forecast accuracy. In September this year, ECHO discussed with the concerned trading participants the need for a recalculation to consider the right reference data for initial loading, which is an important variable in computing the forecast percentage error. Monthly preliminary and final results will be issued until February of this year, or until we cover the cumulative results for the whole year. Please note that there will be sanctions for the breach of the FAS manual, pursuant to the provisions of the WCO Penalty Manual. It's also important to note that variable renewable energy sources that have yet to be registered commercially in the WCO may be allowed to generate as price takers in the WCO if they have been issued with Final Certificate of Authority to Connect, or FCAT-C, pending the issuance of the COC or the POW by the Energy Regulatory Commission. We must remember though that during such time, they need to already comply with the rule on the nomination of projected outputs and the forecast accuracy standards. Between now and the end of monitoring period for the year 2022, or the final determination of the FAS results in March 2023, PEMC, through ECHO, shall endeavor to integrate the established interim procedures in the manual for more transparency and accountability. We shall also fill in the gaps and address some concerns that may possibly happen during the one-year monitoring period. The data variance, for instance, which in interest of fairness, has to be substituted by the actual data to arrive at the correct and fair FAS results, needs to be part of the FAS rules. Another concern is about the application of the rules and penalty to VRE plants that have participated in the WCO for less than a year. As we know, the rules provide that both MAPE and PERC 95 shall be calculated over the one-year period. The question is, will the penalty be applied in proportion to the number of the months that a plant had actually been operating within the relevant year? These are just few of the things that we need to resolve through the rules change process. With this, ECHO will need to file urgent amendments to the FAS manual and the penalty manual in the last quarter of this year. Those are so far the latest updates on forecast accuracy standards from the governance side. You, as stakeholders of the electricity market, can also take your part in the study of the existing rules on forecast accuracy, its implications in the market, and impact on your operations. By this time, you might have also learned from these monitoring exercises You also might have customized already your forecast methodology to account for the existing conditions, like the time horizon, local weather conditions, geographic scope, plant size, location, and components, and data quality. We can reflect on those actual experiences, which in turn, will bring good judgment on this matter. Part of your obligation as WCO compliance officers is to propose policies or amendments to the WCO rules or manuals to enhance or to develop the WCO enforcement and compliance, with the objective of promoting good commercial and technical practices. Meanwhile, we suggest that you closely monitor the performance of your plant. We're also hoping to see the improved ratings of all the must-dispatch generating units this October until the end of 2022. Remember, it's not too late to improve your forecast performance. Good luck and have a nice day to all. Thank you for listening.